There are 130 people who die in Scotland annually as a result of work-related incidents. And we expect that you'll receive objections, Claire, from some quarters that these proposals are an unnecessary burden on business. Well, the grandparents who are told by their granddaughter that all she wants from Santa is for a big long ladder for Christmas so that her daddy can climb down from the sky, they bear the real burden. The mother who heads to court for the final day of her son's employer's prosecution, with locks of his hair from the day that he was born and the day he died. She bears the real burden. So we urge those of you who talk about burdens to think again, because it's FACK families who have borne and who will forever continue to bear the burden of poor health and safety regulation and enforcement. So above all, we want culpable homicide legislation that serves as a deterrent. Understand that there are very rarely accidents at work, because you know what? An accident waiting to happen, that ain't no accident. My brother's death occurred at an all-hands-on-deck job to get a JJB sports store and gym complex completed and ready for handover to the client by the very next day, or else their penalty clauses were going to kick in. His employer company was charged with offences under the Health and Safety at Work Act, as too were the Managing Director, Operations Director and Technical Services Manager. Mistakes were made by the prosecutor, and those three individuals were able to walk free from the dock before the case got to the jury, leaving the advocate who was acting for the company to refer to his client as being the invisible man now sitting in the dock. So having waited more than 3 years from the date of Michael's death for the case to come to trial, we sit and listen to the jury deliver a guilty verdict. The invisible man is convicted of health and safety failures that led to his death. But the invisible man, it wasn't the invisible man who took the decisions that led to Michael's death, it was real-life individuals. The conviction of an invisible man and a £300,000 fine imposed on that invisible man, it doesn't provide my family with anything approaching justice. And far too frequently that is the case. A family bereaved by work is left to feel that we have failed our lost loved ones because the justice system has failed us. For the victim's family, where death occurs because of the reckless or grossly negligent conduct of a company, a prosecution under the Health and Safety at Work Act, it doesn't reflect the magnitude of the failures. We'll only see justice being served if the company, and where appropriate its managers and directors, are prosecuted of a crime with the appropriate moral stigma and level of censure. So FACK families, we last sat in the Scottish Parliament discussing the potential for Scottish-specific legislation in January 2008. We're now nearly 11 years on, and approaching 1,500 loved ones have died as a result of work-related incidents in Scotland. And behind every one of those statistics is an individual. So I want to try to play you a very short piece of a video. Michael was a larger-than-life character. He would bounce into a room, and it will sound a bit cheesy because he was an electrician, but he was the person who would light it up. He had a cheeky grin. He had the patter to match that cheeky grin. He was the person who would be there to help, even if you hadn't asked for help. He just somehow knew that you needed it. Michael was also a keen golfer, and a very good one at that, and that's the reason why we play a memorial golf tournament for him every year. He also loved football, although his choice of team left a lot to be desired because he was a Jambo Hearts fan. The fact was he was 26 years old and engaged to be married. And he had his whole life ahead of him to live. Michael was a son, a brother, and a fiancé, and he didn't live to get the opportunity to become an uncle, a husband, or a dad.